Hello, Canada. I'm Nick, and I'm on a quest to get hired.
I'll be working on small businesses throughout Alberta with no experience whatsoever.
Joining me on my quest, Ben. You're watching Authentically Albertan. Cut.
Today, on episode 3 of Authentically Alberta, I am your host, Benjamin Jones, or Mr. Jones. We are here at the Attic Bar and Lounge. Today, we're going to be making some wood-fried pizzas, brick oven pizza. So come with me. We have an exciting schedule planned for you guys today. We're starting off with some pizza making that I'm going to do myself, and then we're transitioning into an interview with the owner, Laine. I hope everybody's excited. I love pizza, so I can't wait to begin. Hello, so this is Laine. This is who's going to be helping us make pizza. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself for the camera, just who you are.
Absolutely. My name is Laine. I'm the owner of the Attic here, and I'm going to be showing you how to make pizza today.
That's exciting. What kind of pizza do you usually make? Are you guys known for a specific type of pizza, or?
So we make all unique chef-created pizzas here. They're Neapolitan style.
Okay. What does that mean, Neapolitan style?
It just means like a thin crust with a double zero style flour.
Okay.
On a stone pizza oven.
Stone pizza?
So
yeah.
very authentic.
That's what I'm looking for. That's our show name, Authentically Alberta. I've never seen a stone oven used before, so I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, but what makes our pizza unique is it's all made with plant-based ingredients.
Okay,
so
yes, that's very unique. I know, well, not a lot of chain pizza places would do the plant-based pizza, so that's exciting. I didn't actually know that. Well, do you want to go ahead and jump right in?
Absolutely. I've already washed my hands.
Okay. Good hygiene's important.
So should I show you while
yeah, if you want
each
to
make one together?
Sure, we could do that.
Get a little bit of flour on your hands just by putting some on the table there, just to kind of get your hands ready so it doesn't stick fully to the dough.
Oh, it's very sticky.
Exactly. So pick it up, try to keep it in as round of a shape as possible. So you'll set it down in your flour.
Okay.
Give it a little twirl, make sure it's nice and it moves easily. And then we're going to flip it around.
And do the other side?
Give it another little twirl, yes.
Okay.
And then you're going to gently press with your fingers what is going to be the crust.
I actually always wondered how crusts were made.
So it might have stuck to the table a little bit, just make sure it's got some mobility here. Yours is rounder than mine. Perfect. So now we're going to pick it up and hold it with your fists. Like this.
Yeah.
Perfect. And we're just going to slightly transfer it from one side to the other in our hands in a almost circular motion, slightly stretching the dough as you go.
Oh, that feels so weird. It's like playing with Play-Doh.
It is. And as you just slightly move it in a circular motion here, it's going to let the gravity is going to slowly pull the dough downwards and stretch it out. So we hand form each pizza crust.
And this is done for every pizza that every customer orders?
Every pizza. So.
Whoa, gotta keep it going.
Yes. Yeah, never stop. That's important.
It's like the glass blowing episode. It was very similar to how glass operates. You have to keep it moving, otherwise it droops.
Exactly. Let's do the to hell and back pizza.
Okay.
To hell and back.
Okay, I like that name. That's I was looking like for a pepperoni or Hawaiian, but that's a unique name.
Yes. So the to hell and back pizza is kind of like a spicy sausage and fennel pizza with some hot honey. We actually use agave for that. So let's get started. You're gonna want to take the organic tomato sauce. We're gonna just grab a scoopful. It's usually about a scoop and a half, and just toss it right in the middle. There we go. There we go. It should thin out.
I feel like this could be very zen and methodical.
Yes, it is.
Unless you're busy, then it's a little. You're doing it much faster than I would.
Exactly.
Okay, how much should I put on?
Honestly,
just enough to spread it around, kind of, or
however much you think should go on a pizza, and I'll let you know whether or not it's
too much.
Too much or too little. And honestly, with pizzas, typically less is more. You don't want to absolutely cover your pizza in every topping, but you want a nice balanced bite.
How's that?
That's great.
That's good? Perfect.
Then we're gonna do our roasted garlic cloves. And be careful with the garlic because you don't want it to be too garlicky.
Yes, I was just gonna see, I don't know.
I would say maybe,
That's a full clove of garlic right
yes.
there.
Okay, so now we're on to our final step before we toss it into the oven.
Okay.
And that is cheese.
Cheese.
So our cheese, again, plant-based.
Yep.
So it's made with coconut as the primary fat component.
Okay.
And it's Violife brand. That's perfect. Great technique.
Love pizza, but unfortunately I'm lactose intolerant, so
Well,
I really shouldn't eat it.
There
but
you go.
This is perfect alternative
This
for
is
me.
perfect. Anyone who has a dairy allergy or lactose intolerance, come here for some pizza. It's delicious. It's going to be a quick motion, so just into the oven where you want it.
Yep.
And then
slide
a slide back with like downward, like the paddle facing downward. We start on the right-hand side here, and then we work in a counterclockwise motion to get it fully cooked.
Okay. Oh, so you're moving it throughout or just?
Yes, we move it 4 or 5 times throughout. There you go. You got it.
So the left side here is the hotter portion and the right is just the beginning and it makes its way all the way around until it comes to the front?
Yes.
Okay, so you could almost have a few pizzas at a few different stages throughout the cooking cycle. That way
yes.
you can always have a pizza coming out and a new one going in. That's a good way of doing it.
So it looks like we're ready to move this in more.
Okay.
So we're going to take
so
this
we
as
have the longer one.
long paddle.
Yep.
With the metal head so that it doesn't burn.
I'll get you to go ahead and do this one.
I'll
if
do
you
the
want.
first one and then you'll do the second.
Sounds
one.
good.
So we're just gonna pick it up here, and you can see that it moves nicely on the stone, so you know that it's ready to move.
Yep.
So now we're just gonna push it back and rotate it slightly so it can cook, so it can get some heat from the fire on the other side.
Okay, so you're not just picking it up and moving it, you're just kind of rotating it with the paddle to get it to where you're wanting it to be.
Exactly. It's like a dance. It just spins on the stone all the way out.
Yeah, until it's all the way done. That's quite good. I mean, it's very creative and variety for a smaller space like this because it's not like the biggest kitchen. It's just all right here. And how many people are usually making the pizzas?
Just 2.
Just 2 people?
That's
so is it one station here, one station here? Or?
Exactly. There's usually someone rolling out the doughs and building the pizzas and putting them into the oven, and then this person will rotate them through and then take them out, garnish them, cut them, and serve them.
I used to dream of being a chef when I was younger. Then I realized that, fast food industry really just kind of took it out of me.
Fair.
Making, stacking items and wrapping it up and calling that food, so.
Yeah, no, presentation is absolutely important to us. We love all the small garnishes that make the biggest impact. It's already starting to brown nicely on the one side. I'm going to flip it probably one more time.
Okay. How much experience do you have in the kitchen? Do you do have you worked for any restaurants or have you just jumped into the owner restaurant business?
I've worked in restaurants since I was 16, so,
so quite
well
a bit
over
of
10
experience.
years.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But never formally in the back of house setting, never in a formal kitchen.
Yeah.
But after going plant-based myself over 10 years ago, I really developed a passion for cooking. So I have been doing that for a long time. And then our beginnings as business owners, myself and my partner, we started a food truck. So that was an interesting experience.
It is. Every time I talk to a food truck owner, they always say the same thing. It's an interesting experience.
Yes. So we're self-taught kitchen people. Might just about be ready. Yeah, we're pretty
good
much
to
there.
go. All right.
So I'm gonna do a bit of a balancing act right now.
Oh, that looks incredible.
This is our bamboo
Good
cutting
job,
paddle.
Dee.
Good job, you. It's a little on the smaller side, but
Yes.
that comes with time.
Yes.
Stretching it out thinner means more risky territory for it ripping,
Yeah,
but
it makes a better quality dish. in the
Exactly.
end. And that ties into what you were saying with the experience. You know, that's the kind of stuff you learn just the more you do it.
exactly. This is olive oil that we cooked the confit garlic in.
Okay.
We retain that oil
Yep, so it keeps
and
the
use
flavor?
it to brush the crusts to give it that
Okay,
nice
yeah.
golden sheen.
Yep.
So we're just going to brush the crust here. Gives it a little extra moisture.
I made a mistake when I was ordering pizza from a chain once, and I didn't realize you can order uncut pizza. And me trying to struggle to cut that when all I had on me was a butter knife was a pain. but I know the pizza
Yeah.
roller makes it easy. Even I sit there and I'm sawing away at it.
Exactly. Okay, some parchment paper here.
Okay.
Give that authentic look.
Oh, and that's what it gets. That's the plate. That's what it gets served.
That's the plate. We just serve it on a
a tray.
baking tray.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is fennel that we've shaved thin and marinated in some olive oil, fresh lemon juice, and chili flakes.
Okay.
Oh wait, I might let you do this. It definitely softens up when you marinate it. Okay.
Okay. How's that?
That's perfect.
Perfect.
And then we're going to take the hot honey. So this is just, like I said, non-GMO agave and chili flakes. And then we're just gonna swirl a little bit of the hot honey.
Oh, that looks incredible. It really transforms as you add more and more ingredients to
Right?
it. Like to think that we just started off with just this and now we're looking at something as incredible as this.
And then the final touch is fennel fronds. So
Okay.
we like to use as much of all of our produce as possible. So we not only use the fennel bulbs for the garnish, but we also cut up the green fronds at the top, which almost look like dill.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was dill or parsley or something.
And we just sprinkle that on so that it gets a nice little green accent and
Makes it really
a
pop.
little
and
bit more of
stand
a
out.
fresh fennel-y taste. So there we have it. That's the to hell and back. This secondary space, so I don't know if we're on the second floor, that's why it's called the attic.
Yeah.
On the first floor is Vegan Street Restaurants, so that actually is the continuing legacy of our food truck. So these are two
Now
kind of
without
restaurants in one. Now without wheels,
Yeah.
exactly, brick and mortar. Yes, so the attic kind of formed because we wanted, again, to see this space revived, and there's already like a stage behind us right now, and we wanted to see live performance on it. So we kind of adapted the space, became the attic. We never had the idea of the attic before the space.
What was the first year like? They say it's the trial by fire.
It was tough. Wait, which first year? The first year of the food truck, the first restaurant, or this restaurant?
The attic.
The attic.
Let's keep it to the attic. Yeah.
Okay. So that was tough. That was in February of 2022.
Wait, so February of 2023, that's the conclusion of your first year.
Exactly. So
Wow.
very, very new.
Yeah, very
And-
recent too.
Kind of on the tail end of the pandemic. So that was very, very tough, especially for live performance venues. There was many restrictions in place, and we definitely had to pivot and learn as we go and figure out kind of what works and what doesn't. But I mean, we're here now to talk about it, so we must have done something right if we're still around.
Do you remember your hardest challenge that came with the first year?
That's tough. I think
Like the biggest pain in the ass?
I would say getting our name out there without necessarily, having like an advertising budget that's out of this world. Being able to get it out there that we're actually open, especially being a second floor business. They say those are even harder for people to see and find. I know people still get lost finding the attic right now because it's just a little staircase on the side of the building, but I think that was the hardest challenge.
Speaking of taking some stuff off the plate, I was wondering if we could begin testing some of Benjamin's pizza.
Yes, let's
See if
do
you got
that.
hired or not. So I'll let you pick whichever piece you want first.
Okay, perfect. Ooh, this one looks good. We'll go with this one. All right. Nice crust. It's nice and golden underneath. Some brown on the crust on the outside, and the cheese looks nice and melted. Okay, let's give this a try.
I'm gonna have to sneak in here and verify this too.
Oh, wow.
It smells incredible. So.
I'd say you're hired. It's spicy, it's sweet. There's that little hint of fennel, which I'm normally not a huge fan of fennel, but in this pizza, it just works with the sausage. I don't think there will ever be a space quite as unique as the attic, but that's what we love about running businesses is being able to kind of take the space and have it develop its own natural charm and character on its own. So I don't think you'll ever see another attic, but I think you would see another maybe similar vibe and concept, but also with its own unique twist and identity.
Any future goals for yourself?
Not at this time. I would say I'm happy where I am. I'm loving life. I love being a business owner, and yeah, I think this was my goal. This was my dream. So I think
So you're already
I've
like
achieved it.
fulfilled that future goal then?
Yes. Yeah, I think I'm in the future. I'm in the now. So.
Is that what you wanted to be since you were a kid?
Well, I was going to be a teacher, so this kind of evolved. But my love of food and my know-how with how businesses and restaurants operate, I think really led me to where I am today, and I couldn't be any happier.
Okay, but glad to hear it. And just the last question. If there was any word to describe yourself with, just one word, what would it be?
Determined, I think.
Yeah?
I think, yes. I don't give up easily.
That's pretty close. I was thinking, when you brought up that, the fact that you don't give up easily, I was thinking resilient.
I like that too, yes. Resilient.
But determined also works as well.
I think they're almost synonyms.
Well, thank you guys for joining us here in the interview. Thank you, Laine.
Thank you.
Thank you, Benjamin, for the pizza.
Yes, delicious.